What's up YouTube? Welcome to New Parents in Training. So a few episodes ago, I did a video unboxing and reviewing this mesh Wi-Fi extender, the AC1200. So the whole point of it is to extend my Wi-Fi signal. The Wi-Fi unit that we have at home is on the second floor, and we have like about 2,200 square foot of area. And on the first floor, toward the edge of the house, we normally will get really rough signal, and sometimes we just get dropped. And especially now that my wife has been working from home, the office is downstairs, and she will get a lot of drops. I did that review for AC1200 thinking that it would be sufficient enough to cover our house, but it turned out to not to be so. So today I end up getting the AC1750. Now this should be able to cover up to 2,000 square foot. Now, my whole idea is to cover the first floor, because on the second floor, the Wi-Fi signal is actually pretty strong. So edge to edge, we never have any issues. But the first floor is where I have concern. Now, if I can place this in between first floor and second floor, and hopefully this will be sufficient enough to cover my entire first floor. So if you were to think about a 2,200 square foot house with two floors, that's roughly about 1,100 per floor. So this hopefully should be enough to cover the entire first floor. So anyway, let's unbox this. So this has dual band, 5 gig or 2.4 gigahertz. So for the 5 gigahertz, you get up to 1,300 megabits. For the 2.4 gigahertz, you get up to 450 megabits. Now, the main difference is that for 5 gigahertz, you get less coverage, but you get fast data. Now, for the 2.4 gigahertz, you get more coverage, but in a slower speed. So those are the main difference. So here is the product itself. So it is much bigger than the AC1200 I reviewed. So it actually has more antenna. I think there's one on the top, and you just push from the back. So anyway, it kind of reminds me of the other one. You just plug into the wall socket, and yeah, it looks pretty straightforward. Let me go put this on and try it out. So to set this extender up, first you have to get the extender right next to your router and plug it into a power outlet. Like so. And wait until the power light is solid. Alright, now it's solid. Next thing you need to do is download the TP-Link app, where you can set up there are multiple ways of you getting the app. You can go into the App Store to get it, or you can scan this QR code and your phone should lead you to whichever device you're using, either the Apple Store or the Google Play, to download the app. Now, another method is using the web browser. So there are multiple ways of setting your extender up. Now, because of the fact that I was using another TP-Link, so I already download the app. So once you get the app, if you don't have an account with TP-Link, then you have to create one. Now, if you already have one, then just sign in. So I'm going to do that right now. Now, as you can see here, I already have a device, local device here. Now, what you need to do is to go to the plus sign. So don't worry about the device I already have. So in order to get this one, you have to go into the plus sign, and then you select the range extender. And then now power LED is solid on, it is. And then you click next. Location permission. And now it's trying to connect with the device. and connection is now successful. Alright, so now it asks you to create a new password and then confirm your new password. I'm going to do that right now. And then next up, you need to connect to your local Wi-Fi. Okay, now confirm location, plug in the extender about halfway between your router and the Wi-Fi dead zone. So now this is done, and what I'm going to do is to take this extender and plug into the in-between area and see what happens. Alright, so I am at the halfway between my second floor and my first floor. And between the stairway, there's actually a wall socket here where I can plug this extender in. Now previously I have this, the older model, and as you can see the size difference. Even though this one has two long antenna, but actually the new one works a lot better. So I am really happy with my current setup with this one. The difference is very noticeable. We have a baby monitor in the downstairs, and it will tell us whether or not we have a good Wi-Fi signal, and right now it's around like 40 to 50% in terms of range, depending on whether or not the door is open. With this one, we were running in the teens, like in terms of Wi-Fi coverage in the baby's room. And also the download speed is much faster when I am in the baby's room when I'm using my cell phone. So the difference is very noticeable. The key difference between the older model and this one is, well, aside from the fact that the new one, this one can cover up to 2,000 square foot, and the old one can only cover up to 1,500. Another big difference is that with the old one, the less coverage one, this one you need to, when you connect to it, you have to select which bandwidth you want to connect to. If you want to connect 2.4, you actually have to physically click on the 2.4 gigahertz. You want to connect onto 2.4 gigahertz or the 5 gigahertz. Now with this new one, you don't have to do that. When you look into your Wi-Fi names, there will be one with the EXT at the end. That will be the new signal that's coming out from here. Now it will tackle between the 2.4 and the 5 gigahertz for you, so you don't have to do that manually. So once you set this up, you need to go into app and do some updates, especially the firmware. Now once you have done the firmware update, then the next thing you want to do is to use the app's function, the location assistant, to find the best spot in between areas, so that you can set this up. Now the location assistant is very useful. If you're too close to a router, it will let you know that you are too close. If you're too far, you cannot pick up signal, then it will tell you that. Using the app, you can find the perfect spot to place your extender. The last thing I want to mention is that both these are really great product. They are using the mesh technology. So if you do have a mesh router, or the router is using the mesh technology, then you can utilize this type of extender and make the entire home, it just make everything more seamless. However, our router does not have the mesh technology. Otherwise, if I want to upgrade, I need to buy an entire new router, and that will cost maybe another $200 or so. Yeah, I'm not going to go that route. Right now, this setup is perfect. Anyway, if you have any questions, leave it down below. Until next time, bye.